Welcome to the Men of Action Network. The Men of Action Network is a life coaching system designed to support men's needs towards accurate living. For short, we call it MOAN. Welcome to our podcast. Today's segment will be called Sins of the Fathers, where we'll explore the long-term effect of bad decisions and choices made upon generations. Sit back and enjoy. You said that there was a question.
Yes. A person who did not want to leave their comments online, Jackie, she wanted to know how to break the curse and the cycle of our first podcast. So we'll just take this time just to answer your question on how do you break that curse of not of the sins of a father,
Slash mother,
or possibly, if you've seen this in your own husband, we can probably shed some light on that. So
breaking the curse, it takes many facets because one solution will not work for everybody. So how do you break that curse? First of all, you're going to have some honesty. You got to have some honesty in a relationship or with yourself. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing I can say is do not lie to yourself. That's the worst lie you can tell. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't fool yourself. Be honest with yourself. And then when we talk about breaking that curse, we have to understand, why are we here? What is my purpose? And then you find your purpose and you figure out a way to get around the people that are where you want to go. Mm-hmm. You can't, for instance, if I want to increase my income, I can't stay around my broke friends.
That's deep. Well, you know why it's deep? Because we believe in our minds that they are doing something for us.
Right.
That they are somehow a part of our life circumstance.
Well, they are, because they want us to stay in this sinking ship.
Well, I mean, there's good practical advice.
Yeah.
And I think that this practical advice, since he took the practical non-religious side, I'll take the religious side of this.
Okay, go for it.
For you Bible folks, when the children of Israel were in bondage in Egypt, the Bible later on says that God brought them out of bondage. So one of the places that we look for to come out of a bondage is to come into a relationship with God in earnestness and recognize that some things that we are in are just sin. And we need to agree that it is sin with God and decide earnestly to step away from it. Yeah. The way that they say Moses kept them from returning to what they were and how they were living was that he taught them.
Yes.
So getting education is one of the best ways to come out of a place where you feel trapped. So let's take it for example of somebody who has had that one or two children, and it's like, okay, I see a bad cycle here. Well then, recognize that, Lord, your word says I should have been married anyway, and I wasn't married when I had Nikki and Tiki. Okay, don't laugh at me too much. But anyway, when I had Nikki and Tiki. And so now, Lord, I recognize that it was wrong, and I need to change my behavior. Okay, I need to just change my behavior and my value system, because I recognize that what I was looking at was the outside. I was looking at the flesh. I was looking at his nice car. I was looking at he had an apartment or he had a job or whatever. And I said, these things are things that I want. Were there wrong things to want per se? No. But the way you went at it was wrong. And then in the end, you didn't see everything about Johnny. You didn't know everything about Johnny. And Johnny didn't know everything about you.
Yes. Yes.
You also then have to take your responsibility on in this thing that happened in life. That's why you're by yourself. Because if you were that perfect person that Johnny wanted, you probably would have stayed. But then if Johnny was that perfect person that you wanted him to be, he would have stayed.
Right.
In other words,
Right.
no commitment means that y'all took zero time in being willing to truly adjust to one another, learn about one another, and grow together.
Right. Breaking the curse means education, honesty, that having integrity, being true to yourself, character, and the other thing is get in a situation that will lead you to where you want to be. I'm sure none of us want to have to, park our car at our neighbor's house around the corner so the repo man can't get it here. None of us want that, but we do what we have to do.
You on your own, man.
But we do what we have to do. My thing is, change your mindset.
Change
to
your mind.
something positive. Change your mind. That's it. Just change your mind.
And I want to go one step further. There are people who are in serious addictions, drugs, alcohol. Some people are codependent and they actually have sexual addictions. Sex is probably more powerful than any drug.
Oh yeah.
And that gives you that 2-3 minute high, But
Yes.
And he's supposed to be the older, serious one, right? But anyway, my point is that there is this reality that we have to face. There's help from people and institutions, and there's even help from other drugs that you may need to use to help you get off of an addiction of some sort. There's doctors, there's clinics, there's psychologists, people that are professionals in terms of working with the mind. Then there is also that deeper spiritual commitment that we can make to God and allow what we believe to be His Spirit to fill our hearts and to help us have that strength or that grace to make the type of changes that we need to make in our lives. But one way or the other, you're saying that you're committed to changing. And if you're honest about your commitment to change,
Yes.
you're going to do everything that we said and more to get there, because you realize that you don't want the next year, 20, 30, 40 years to be the way that they are right now.
Right.
And also, okay, the first step is to say, okay, I need help. The second step is to find ways to help yourself. Okay. Third step is look at how you want your future to be and make some plans in what you want that to be. Okay. Next, take that to a counselor or someone who is skilled enough to look at what you want your life to be, the steps in how you want to get there, and they will help you to develop those things that help you not just to change but to transition it into the place where you want to be. If this is for your husband, look at his potential. Look at the man that you know he is. Nurture that man, okay, that you know he is, in spite of what his action is. By a woman's natural role to nurture a man, it helps him to develop anyway. Have honest conversations and say, babe, what do you think our future will be 5 years from now, 2 years from now? Let's make some steps in how we get there, okay?
Create a dream together.
Thank you,
Right,
okay?
right.
And by creating that list together, okay, and the steps in how you get there, build towards those action steps in small blocks of time. Each time you accomplish something, babe, look at this. We did it. Next, and you move on. Eventually, over time, and it doesn't have to be 10 years, you will find that you are not breaking the very curse that you thought you had. You're not living the you that you know you are. And your man is also being the man that he ought to be without you trying to infiltrate and influence his change. Okay, change comes.
I saw a screwdriver, did you?
I did too.
That's all I got to say.
But last but not least, if you have a dream that's important enough to you to stop doing what you're doing, you'll turn a corner.
And let me say this. if your dream does not make you afraid, then your dream is not big enough. So get a big dream. Find you a coach or a mentor. If you can't afford a counselor, find you a coach or a mentor that will help you get where you need to
He's
be.
advertising.
He's being deep.
He's advertising, and we are about out of time, long time out of time. But I really appreciate your questions. Please keep them coming. We're here to be all we can to. Thank you.